Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So the market bell has just rung. We are starting the new week, even though yesterday was the start, but it was Memorial Day. So today is really the start. And, of course, I want to talk about what Bitcoin is doing. This is an absolutely huge week. So let's look at what Bitcoin is doing. And also, why is XRP pumping? XRP is pumping to the moon. And what's going on with Cardano? Let's talk about all these things and more. Welcome, guys. The market bell did just ring. U.S. market not looking so good, although NASDAQ is looking better, led by none other than this company right here, NVIDIA. NVIDIA is set to break $1 trillion, becoming one of the top companies of the world. The biggest semiconductor company in the U.S. by far. What happened to Intel? Does anyone even remember Intel anymore? They're like 5 times as big as Intel now. It's nutty. It's nutty. And Tesla's not doing too bad today either, above 200. Today is a tech day, not a Dow day, not an S&P day. But why is this week so important? Well, this debt ceiling crisis may be over. So there's a tentative deal. Okay, now it's just a matter of Congress basically approving it, right? Is it going to happen? Most likely, right? Look at this breaking news. Everyone just keeps talking about NVIDIA, right? 52-week high. It's about to break 1 trillion. Oh, that is one that I've missed. I never bought any NVIDIA stock or options, so shame on me. But Tesla's doing pretty good, and I still have some Tesla options. But anyways, like I was saying, if this is over, it could be a really good thing. The U.S. market has been suppressed by this debt ceiling crisis for a long time now, probably the last month or so, even though this has been an issue for 6 months. But last month, U.S. market just held down. There's just like the ceiling, right? Just like the debt ceiling. And the ceiling is going to be lifted in a good way for the markets, but not bad for overall everyone else because, of course, when the debt ceiling is removed, guess what? The money printer turns on, and then we, as a country, will print trillions more until the next president worries about it in 2025. That's the plan. To just basically push it off for a year and a half and let whoever is in charge then worry about it. See, that's the problem, right? This is, again, I make this analogy all the time. This is like your credit card bill that you get every single month. And rather than try to chip away at it or pay it off, you call the credit card company and say, hey, can you raise my limit? $10,000 is not enough. $15,000 is not enough. $20,000 is not enough. Let's up it to $25,000. That's exactly what the debt ceiling is. We impose this ceiling on ourselves so we don't overspend, yet we keep approving to raise it. So imagine if you could control your own credit limit, right? And then imagine if you had a money printer so that you don't have to worry about it. That's kind of how the U.S. is, right? But the problem is you do have to worry about it because we have inflation, right? When you print more money, it dilutes everything else out. So that's just the way it is, right? So anyways, long-term, really good for Bitcoin. Short-term, probably good for Bitcoin because, if the market's rallying, everyone's feeling good, right? So this week would be absolutely huge. And I don't even have the headline news about Hong Kong, but that's coming in a couple of days. On Thursday, Hong Kong's going to open up crypto trading as well. It's going to be absolutely huge. You got like 8 million people from the city of Hong Kong that's able to invest, and plus institutions from mainland China will be able to invest. It's only getting started. Right? That's why this week is so big. Now, what about this month? Traditionally speaking, May is usually a bad month. And we ended May down 5%. So, I guess that held true, right? But 2022, we were down 15%. 2021, we were down 35% in May, even though that was a good year, right? So what is going to happen come June time? 2022, absolutely one of the worst months we have ever witnessed. 2022 June, we went down 37%. Why did it happen? Well, a lot of things happened. Luna collapsed, Three Arrows collapsed. Then you had then you had Celsius collapse. Then you had Voyager collapse. Then you had FTX collapse. Then you had BlockFi collapse. Then you had Genesis collapse. Okay, but June was kind of like the start of everything when Luna, it was like right after Luna started collapsing, right? And then Three Arrows collapsed. That's why 2022, right around May, June time, was so horrible. So horrible. If you look at those 3 months, I mean, think about it. Those of you guys watching, if you survive those 3 months, you really could survive anything. We had 17%, plus 15%, plus 37%. Now, if you simply added all that together, that's like 70% already, right? So that's crazy. Although compounding-wise, it's actually probably worse than that. But still, you know, that, just think about it. If you've lived through 2022, and most of you guys have, then what we're going through right now is absolutely nothing. This is why I tell you guys, you know, why are people doubtful or fearful at 27,000 when we were at 15,000 and we survived months that were way worse than what we just went through, let's say, in May. Oh, I mean, May is not over yet, but still only minus 5% versus minus 37%. Can you guys even picture that anymore, right? But going back to my point, are we going to have a green month or a red month? Well, let's look at if we're going by history, right? Well, traditionally speaking, June has been pretty bad. However, if you're looking at the years when we are recovering from bottom, okay, not so bad. So look at 2019. 2019 was a year we were recovering from bottom, plus 26%. Okay, that's not too bad. Plus, you go back to 2015. 2015, that's a year recovering from bottom, 15%, right? So if you're looking at years recovering from bottoms, or the year that follows the bottom, it's been pretty good. So we'll see what happens in June, especially what's going on with this week, right? Will it be very bullish, carry us into June in a very positive manner? Certainly it can happen, right? But then you look at July. July is the month that we're really looking forward to. I mean, look at July. Basically, double-digit gains every single year, seems like, right? But it really depends on June 1st. So that's looking pretty good. And as for, you know, Bitcoin's chart, on the weekly scale, the moving average, the 20 weekly moving average and the 200 weekly moving average has never, ever formed a golden cross. So think about that. This is the first time in Bitcoin's history where we actually, we're about to make the first golden cross in Bitcoin's history. Now, you could make back when we crossed below, we formed a death cross. That was also the first time we did have a death cross using these two moving averages, which is pretty bad. Pretty bad if you think about it. That's how far down we fell and how fast we fell to move the moving average like that down. But we're about to form a golden cross, which has never, ever happened before. Not even with the COVID crash, not even with the bottom in 2019, not with the bottom in 2015. Never, ever do we have a golden cross. So you do the math. You do the math. Also, here's another one that looks at, well, you look at the bottom there. This is on a 2-week chart, right? And I don't know what that indicator is. I'm just going to assume it's some kind of RSI, something like that. But anyways, you could tell red means bottom, green means bull run. Guess where we are? We just barely hit green, right? But when you zoom out, you realize all those dips, they don't mean a whole lot. You don't really notice it, right? When you're stretching it out over the last 12 years. But yeah, certainly if you live through a lot of this, you'll know that, yeah, there's a lot of dips. A lot of these 40%, 50% dips that doesn't even register. The only thing you could see here are like the 70, 80, 90% dips. But the ones that are like the smaller 30, 40, 50, it doesn't even register, right? But one thing is for certain, just look at 2015, 2019, 2023. Bottom indicator, pretty accurate, right? And pretty clear. And it is very clear that we are recovering, heading into the green, right? So we are starting, or we have started, I should say, the next cycle, the next bull run. It's just that it's just very early indeed. And of course, we have this to look forward to, right? Basically, hey, where are we going to go? 100,000, and that's only the beginning. What about 150? Yeah. 200,000, possibly. 250,000, off chance, but maybe. We could all speculate at this point, but it really depends on how much adoption we get, and there's going to be a lot more of it. And you know what? We're getting adoption from ways that we can't even imagine. Okay, so today I saw this. This is crazy. We know all about ordinals, right? Now, BRC20. Now, there's a new token standard called BRC 721E, which means you can now port Ethereum NFTs into Bitcoin, right? So this is something that even a few years ago, even 2021, no one expected ordinals to happen. No one expected NFTs, memes, to happen on top of Bitcoin, right? Not only do you have tokens, meme tokens, and stable coins on top of Bitcoin now you have Ethereum NFTs that can be moved to Bitcoin. It's a crazy world, right? So this is what I'm saying, like, new use cases are being developed every single day. I'm not saying everyone is good. I'm not saying bringing over Ethereum NFTs to Bitcoin's network is good. But, this just shows you how early it is. Even though Bitcoin seems like, it's topped out, being a store of value, being a hedge against inflation, having the most decentralized network out there. But what about using Bitcoin Ledger for other purposes like contracts, right? Haven't really seen it done yet, but with the introduction of ordinals, you can inscript contracts straight to the Bitcoin network, right? And other things like pictures. And soon maybe you could do music, you could do movies. I don't know. Again, let's go clog up Bitcoin's network. So again, I'm not saying all of it is good, but it just kind of shows you it's only getting started. And with the help of a project like Stacks, you can also have smart contracts too, right? So Bitcoin maxis should love this, as though some maxis hate it because it's clogging up the network. But my point is this. I mean, it's still so early. We don't know what else is coming. Could be so much more coming to Bitcoin's network. So this is another reason why to be bullish on Bitcoin. And here's an interesting GIF. Look at that. Most reserve currencies of the world only last for about 100 years. Okay? USD is about 100 years now. What's next? Bitcoin? Could it be Bitcoin? I certainly like to think so. I don't know. It may be a little bit too early for that, but Bitcoin being a reserve currency, there'll be no better currency to do that if you think about it, right? Because no one can control it. No one can control it. Even with gold. Yeah, a lot of you guys may be thinking, well, you can't control gold either. No, you can. There's only certain gold mines out there. There's only certain gold companies out there. Countries control them, right? Even though they're hoarding gold, but yeah, you can control it. How you can control Bitcoin? You can't control it. It's too decentralized. There's too many miners spread around the world. The only thing you could do is just buy more and accumulate more. So one day when all the countries decide to fight over Bitcoin and they're putting trillions upon trillions of dollars into Bitcoin, right? then the rest of us will be fighting for sats. Forget whole Bitcoins. Forget, I don't know, even fractional Bitcoins. You're going to be fighting for sats at that point. Okay? So don't wait until that happens. Don't wait until it's too late. You want to get in early. And at 27, 28,000, it's still early, although I know it's very hard to become a whole coiner, but it's, you know, it's still, we're still in a situation where some people can save up to it, can DCA into it, and many people still in my chat say, hey, I just became a whole coiner because of you, George, and I'm glad to hear it. But I mean, just think about it. When Bitcoin's at 100,000, even trying to DCA 100,000 into Bitcoin, into getting one whole coin, it's just exponentially harder. It's going to get to the point where it's so hard for anyone to accumulate one Bitcoin. It's going to happen. It's already kind of there. Most Americans cannot just pull out 28,000 from their bank account, okay, to buy a whole Bitcoin. I'll tell you this. Most Americans cannot do that. Forget Americans. Most people on this planet cannot do that already. Maybe at 3,000, there was a lot more people that could. At 28,000, certainly much harder. Wait until we get back up to 70,000, and then we go to 100,000, right? How many people could pull out 100,000 from their bank account and buy a whole Bitcoin then? Very, very little. So those of you guys that are in the game, you're way, way ahead of everyone else already. You're already in the upper 1%. Some of you guys upper 0.1%, maybe even higher than that, right? So just think about that. What else is going on? Well, if you're in Australia, you could take advantage of this. I guess Binance is losing their on-ramp service, so now there's a discount. Okay, still, I don't get it. You know, people still value their dollars. I guess in this case, Australian dollar, right? But if you want a discount, you could transfer in. I don't know if Binance Australia is only limited to Australian customers, maybe. But even if you're in Australia, you don't care about off-ramping fiat right now, right? You could arbitrage this like crazy right now. 18% discount on Bitcoin. So if you could use KuCoin or MEXC or anyone else, if you're in Australia right now, you can you could buy Bitcoin at a discount, right? And transfer over to somewhere else and then cash out too. Or maybe you don't want to cash out, you just want to buy at an 80% discount because you want a DCA. That's crazy right now, right? But the banks, some of them are still no fans of Bitcoin or crypto, right? Because it threatens them. It'll make them extinct one day. So that's why we have this. And that's why we have regulatory concerns in the US and around the world, because you got to figure those politicians trying to protect their own. They probably own a lot of bank stocks, right? They've been around for a while. Why do you think Warren Buffett is so against Bitcoin? If you look at his portfolio, I'll tell you, Berkshire Hathaway owns so many bank stocks. Maybe that's the reason why he hates Bitcoin. Maybe he truly understands it, but he has to protect his own, right? Berkshire Hathaway, I mean, you look at the breakdown, it's like every single bank on the planet's in there. Like, he invests in every single bank known to man, basically. Anyways, enough Warren Buffett talk. What about XRP? XRP is pumping right now. XRP, you can see, is above 50 cents. 4% today. Today's a really good day because everything else has not moved so much, but XRP is up and it's still a staggering 26 billion market cap. Yeah, so why is XRP pumping? Because this is the third thing that may happen this week or next week or this coming month. Ripple will win that nasty lawsuit against Gary Gensler and the SEC. When that happens, most people are anticipating, including me, XRP will be pumping to the moon. I've lived through 2018. I saw when Brian Kelly went on CNBC and tried to teach people how to buy XRP. I lived through that, okay, those days. That was when XRP pumped up to $3.80, okay? And since then, it's been rough for XRP holders because the price has just been doing this since 2018. Not a new high in 2021. It's been rough for XRP. So this could be the jump start, the catalyst to get it to form a new high. 50 cents up to $4 immediately. I don't know. That's kind of a far stretch. But if they do win, I think XRP will pump, and I think a lot of people also think it's going to happen. So that's the reason why it's up. And why I like this is because it really, this monumental case is really fighting the good fight for the entire industry, not just for XRP, right? Gary needs to lose. He needs to lose hard, right? Brad Garlinghouse, I don't think he's looking for a settlement. I think he's looking for a verdict that XRP is not a security, and basically SEC loses. That's it. It's as simple as that. They're not a security, right? And if they have the ammunition, they already forced the SEC, or they didn't enforce. Yeah, they did. They forced SEC to release the Hinman documents, right? It's going to be public. SEC's been fighting tooth and nail to try to make that private so no one could use that as a defense. Ripple made that happen. It's going to be released. Now other companies have a fighting chance in proving that they are not a security, right? So this is a monumental too. It's coming. This is the reason why. And I love to invite Brad Garlinghouse to my conference. So if you guys have a connection to Brad, you let me know. And then lastly, what about Cardano? Cardano's volume is going up like crazy. Crazy. And it's all due to one coin. One coin. And I've been tweeting a lot about it, right? I may have FOMO'd a large amount into it. I'm not going to confirm or deny it. But it's going crazy, right? And this is great for Cardano because ADA guys have been just staking it without much else going on. Like 76% of ADA is staked, right? Like ADA guys didn't know what to do. The liquidity pools didn't really do much. There wasn't many coins within ADA's ecosystem, and the DEXs were not used much. But MinSwap is going crazy right now, right? All due to a meme coin. So that's the reason why meme coins are good. They serve a purpose. They're a mover, a people mover, a volume mover for sure, right? Love to see this kind of activity happen on other chains, ones that are very stagnant. What about XRP? I was asking this question yesterday. Are there any DEXs on XRP Ledger? Why are there no DEXs on XRP Ledger? Why is there no meme coins on XRP? Think about XRP Army. They're the strongest army on earth, right? Why is there no meme coin on XRP Ledger? There should be, right? And there should be a DEX. Maybe that's a thought for anyone that's looking to build, right? I mean, if there was an XRP meme, I don't know, call it Brad or something, it'll pump up to the moon. I don't know why that doesn't exist. But other chains, I've mentioned this before, other chains can benefit from this, right? There's a lot of stagnant chains trying to build up their volume, build up their DEX, build up TVL, because they're having a hard time attracting people to, right? This could certainly make a difference with so many chains out there. Just a thought. Just a thought. Lastly, this is a little concerning. Optimism is set to unlock $600 million worth of OP to their insiders. So those of you guys that are into L2s like Optimism, I don't know what's going to happen. Some people are thinking that they made a little bit of dumping. Maybe there's no dumping. I don't know. But just know that about $600 million worth of OP tokens will be unlocked tomorrow. All right, guys. Ooh, Tesla shares jump 5%. Meets with China's foreign minister. So, Tesla's not up 5%. It's a little bit under 200. Yeah, Nvidia is now above $1 trillion. Ooh, Nvidia's, man, I missed that boat. All right, let's do some Q&A. All right. Lively crowd. Back after Memorial Day. That's good. Adam, traveling across America listening to George. Glad to hear it. Michael Saylor will rule the world. If Bitcoin hits like 250,000, he will rule the world. And then it goes to 1 million, then yes. Yes. Let's see. Gary says inflation is a security. He should say that. That would be absolutely fantastic if he said that. Historic address activity. Historic. Look at this headline. KuCoin accidentally burned millions worth of Ethereum. No one knows why. Maybe it's just an accident. But, you know, these kind of mistakes are great. Oh, this was back in September 2021. Probably a mistake. People say there is a DEX on XRP. What is it? What's the major DEX on XRP? Because I don't know what it is. XR Doge is a meme on XRP Ledger. We'll see. First of all, the mistake there is it's a horrible name. Why would you not have a Chris Larson coin or a Brad Garlinghouse coin on XRP Ledger? I need to know what the major DEX is. When do you think crypto will start to move again? This week, after June 1st, after the debt ceiling, after Hong Kong opens up, maybe after Ripple wins. A lot of catalysts. Sologenic, that's the one I found yesterday, but that looked real weak. You know, the TVL doesn't even register on DeFi Llama. Like, I don't even think there's one listing for XRP because there's no TVL. Okay, DeFi Llama. I think DeFi Llama just crashed. It's not working. There we go. There's something going on with this site. It's not loading. Oh, well. Anyways. Let's leave that up. Heat versus Denver. It's going to be boring. I think Denver's going to win. Probably sweep. No, probably 5 games. Man, Celtics. I didn't watch it, but I watched all the people bash them. Basically, they want to be like Golden State. Nonstop threes. You know, if you're a good team that knows how to shoot threes, great. If you're not a good team at threes, you should stop shooting threes, right? Seemed like they just killed themselves by missing way too many threes. I really want to see the NBA change. I really want to see. I mean, can you guys imagine? I'm old enough to remember Shaq in his heydays. I mean, can you guys imagine just taking a prime Shaq and throwing him into the league right now? Like, I don't know what the league would do. You know, there's not enough centers to take enough fouls. Shaq could average like 50 points a game in today's game, right? He'll probably be taking like 30 free throws a game too, but I mean, like, what happened to all the physical big men? Everyone is shooting threes, even Embiid. I guess Embiid is somewhat close, but still takes way too many fadeaways and threes. You need to get some of these big men back in the NBA. Shaq will not be chucking threes. His form was horrible. Probably the worst form ever. Have you seen Cardano Cube? No. No, I have not. Crypto Man, did you answer why you bought 40K of ADA? Well, I'll let you guess at that. Four-core, you go get a timeout just because you said that. Dude, I'll say anything I want in my live chat. Stop being a sourpuss, all right? If I want to talk basketball, I'm going to talk basketball because people like it, and I do too. What are the FOMC percentages? Not good. 62% for another rate hike now. 38% we stay. I don't like the look at this. This is coming up in June. I don't know. Oh, June 14th. So we got like 2.5 weeks for this. Do I like Polkadot still? I don't not like them, but I don't like them either. So I'm neutral on them. I just don't see what's going on. They're parachains. I don't hear about any parachains doing successfully right now. Moonbeam just kind of like died off. I don't hear anyone talk about Moonbeam anymore. So I don't know what's going on with their parachains. Moonbeam. Where's Moonbeam at? 184. Yeah, that's it. I mean, Moonbeam is like an EVM compatible chain within Polkadot, and you know, people that want to program with EVM, you know, they go to like Arbitrum or someone. They don't go to Moonbeam anymore. So I don't know what's going on in Polkadot, to be honest. Sologenic is a DEX on an XRP. I did see that recently. Let me try to pull it up here. So you only have one DEX. What happened to Flare? Isn't Flare supposed to be doing stuff with XRP Ledger? Okay, come on, just give me the DEX. Okay. Okay. I don't need this. Let's get out of here. All right. It looks pretty good. You have, yeah, I guess you do have XR Doge, and you have X Floki. Yeah, I may have to just create Brad and Chris or Larson. I should create a Larson coin on XRP. Both of these are skyrocketing. See, even within XRP, memes are skyrocketing. 33% for X Floki and 16% for XR Doge. Why do you need XR Doge? Why not just call it X Doge? But there's probably no volume. Yeah, there's like no volume. Yeah, there's very little volume. What do you think that WNBA can do to attract viewers? Why no one's watching? I think it's very obvious why no one's watching, okay? We don't need to dance around that. There's nothing they could do to attract more viewers. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say that. Why do you not think the court case has been reflected in XRP price, Chris? Because not a lot of people are paying attention to it. It seems like everyone's paying attention to the court case, but no, they're not. So, and some people don't think that it's going to end favorably for Ripple either. So, Speedy, they tried that with football. It didn't quite work either. Boo Radley, tokens 2049, same week as Singapore Grand Prix. Jal and Turkish Airline offering round trip business class from Chicago for $4,500. That's a pretty good deal. I've been looking at ones that's like 9,000, but still, I don't want to fly like 20 something hours. It's crazy. I really don't. I don't know how much value I'm going to get from token 2049. I think I'll get a lot of value, but still, that's 22 hours there and back. I'm losing 2 days on an airplane. Are we going to pump with Filecoin this week? No, we're not. I think you're trying to make it pump, but it's not going to work. Filecoin is Filecoin. It's pretty steady. Nothing wrong with it. The decentralized storage system. But, you know, it's just not very exciting. Oh, they're up 3% today. Lido is up almost 5% today. Lido's been killing it, especially with liquid staking of ETH. I don't have thoughts on Trias. I think I looked at it before. It's very confusing, very complicated. So really no thoughts there. What is the market doing? How many BTC do you have? Millions upon millions upon millions upon millions. More Bitcoin than even Satoshi. That's how much I have. What price action can the coin approve for trade in Hong Kong and China expects? Specific link and dot. I don't know. I can't tell you. It's just a guess. Right? But I'm very neutral on dot. I don't know what's going on with dot, to be honest. Chainlink is very useful. A lot of people do like Chainlink, so it could do well for them. But I think, if anything, you're going to see the biggest increase with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Everything else can see a large increase, but the biggest increases will be with Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right, let's conclude. So today, U.S. market was good. Now leaning not so good, but you got good tech gains. Like Tesla's today doing really well. Nvidia is doing very well, above $1 trillion, really good. But you know, for Bitcoin's always good. Very bullish, long term. Short term, we'll see what happens. This week could be very good come June 1st. So we'll see what happens. And then, you know what? You got a whole bunch of activity going on XRP. That's good because the lawsuit might be over soon. And you got a ton of volume on Cardano due to one meme coin. That's the power of memes, right? So smash it a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Last questions from Joel Lamas. Do you think the Cybertruck is going to be a hit Yes, there's a ton of Tesla people waiting to buy that, including myself. I have one on pre-order too. All right, have a good one, guys. Take care.